Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Campbell Torrance. I'm the Executive Director here at the Webb Stevens Museum, and welcome to today's History at 3. Today we're going to be joined by Rich Malley, our extraordinary curator here at the Webb Stevens Museum, who's going to talk to us about a really fascinating portrait with a fascinating story.
Hi, I'm here today to talk about a fairly curious portrait in the collection, and actually it's a story of not one, not two, but three portraits. They're all of the same sitter, Samuel Blatchley Webb, who grew up in this house. Webb served as an aide-de-camp to Washington during the war. He commanded a regiment. And after the war, he had his portrait painted, we believe by Charles Willson Peale. The result is this beautiful miniature that's in the collection. We also had in the collection an oil portrait based on this miniature. A few years ago, the painting was showing evidence of deterioration. We sent it to a conservator who started to clean it. And in the process of cleaning, he discovered, in fact, that the portrait of Webb in his Continental Army uniform was not the original portrait. Underneath, he found this portrait of Webb in civilian clothes, likely painted in New York when he was working there after the war as a merchant. Because of the condition of the painting, and especially the underpaint, the conservator was afraid that there was not enough of the original portrait left. So what do? We can't go back and repaint it. So we decided to simply leave this portion to show the original portrait of Webb underneath. The theory is that this was overpainted in the 19th century. So it's an 18th century painting overpainted in the 19th century to copy the Peale miniature. And so we decided to leave it like this to show visitors that, in fact, in some cases, paintings are redone and are touched up and are changed in some way. So here's a great example of that.
Well, thank you so much, Rich, for that really great talk on this fascinating portrait of Mr. Webb. Isn't it interesting how you can peel back the layers of time and learn so much more about an object, in this case, an object that has many layers to it. And it really tells us a lot about how even in those times people could retouch themselves and redo themselves, similar to how perhaps we do that today with modern digital technology. Well, thank you so much for joining us today at History at 3. We can't wait to see you tomorrow, but more importantly, we can't wait to see you when you are here in person with us, experiencing all that the Webb Stevens Museum has to offer. Until that day comes, please stay safe and stay well. See you next time at History at 3.